You says on TikTok also rapture doesn't exist because then there would be 3 comings and not 2. There you go. I've always been wondering about that. It's like, we're taught that there's 2 comings of Jesus. There's the first coming and the second coming. Well, if the rapture, as taught by Darby or these other fundamental evangelical Christians, if the rapture is true and Jesus does come back to get his church, that is the second coming and not the other coming, which would be 3 comings. That's true. So in evangelical circles, for those of you who need a little bit more clarification here, we have the first coming of Jesus. That would be, of course, 2,000 years ago. Then we have the second coming, which is typically taught as more like the Day of Judgment kind of thing, or like the book of Revelation from chapter 4 moving forward kind of thing, where Jesus comes back to make war with the Antichrist and sets up his kingdom on the earth, and everything's pretty good for 1,000 years at least. But they also teach that the rapture will happen 7 years before that. And the rapture, according to that teaching, the rapture according to that teaching is when Jesus comes back and gathers all his people and takes them away for 7 years. Because according to them, God's people is not supposed to go through the tribulation. Well, there's been a lot of believers, a lot of, you name it, from every branch of the Abrahamic religions that have gone through lots of tribulation, lots of hell on earth, if you will. Some of you will understand that in the Christian world we have there's a horrible past of persecution and tribulation, if you will, very much.